It's a way to support the children, but a very generous group of people. Well, now it's time for the moment you've been waiting for. Mr. Ken Page. If you've ever seen him, you know you're in for a treat. If you have never seen him, trust me on this. I hope you enjoy it. I'm sure this will be a wonderful performance by one of St. Louis's favorite Broadway stars, Ken Page.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ken Page. It's flying high. You know how I feel. Sun up in the sky. You know how I feel. Drifting on by. You know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. Running free, you know what I mean. Blossoms on the trees, you know what I mean. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good. Dragonflies out in the sun, you know what I mean. Butterflies all having fun, you know day is done. That's what I mean. And this whole world is a new world and a brave world for me. For me. Yeah. Mr. Greg Schweitzer. It's a new day, it's a new life. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life. It's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new life for me. And I'm feeling good, yes, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good, y'all. Yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Thank you. How's the evening been going? Good? Yeah? Is everybody drunk? I'm not. I wish I were. The pages of my life, so many yet so few, are filled with memories gray from burning youth through every age. And as I journey on, the saying still holds true: to live life while you may. Yes, live it day by day, page by page. Choices have been made, lessons learned, and with pages still unturned, who knows where my story goes? All that we believe, dreams achieved, every moment lived so far, tells us who we are. You know, as we reach the cocktail hour of our years, you with me? You start to think about life, what it means, how many days you got left, how you go from living one place to another, one career to another, one marriage to another. All the energy it takes to just keep moving forward. I am told that we are the sum total of everything we ever experience, a little bit of everyone we ever meet. I guess the doctor was the first person I met. I wonder if getting slapped on the ass influences you for the rest of your life. Something to think about. Could explain a lot of neuroses. I grew up right here in St. Louis, Missouri. Come on. Down on Carr Street, between 19th and 20th. It was a wonderful place to grow up back then. Lots of wonderful people. Then when I was about 8, we moved to Carr Square Village The nice housing projects. The ones with a little patch of grass out front and hot and cold running water. And my own bedroom, which I now share with my new little brother. Yeah, moving on. No more grandmother downstairs. No more cousins around the corner. No more hot tamale man's push cart. No more vegetable man's wagon. No more corner sanctified churches with the shouts and the music on Sunday morning. Loss and gain. But we, little Kenny Cool, was moving on. Sidewalk tree, hanging low, won't forget you. When I go, I'll remember flying high in space. And when Mama scold me, you'd be there to hold me, giving me the room to grow a hiding place. Sidewalk tree, no more time, no more swinging, no more climb. They all tell me I've been thick and tall, other trees are growing. That's where I'll be going, where I'll have a chance to grow, to show them all. Gonna have the good things my daddy never had, even though I'm happy living with the bad. Oh, sidewalk tree, what it is. Gain a fortune, lose a friend, bright tomorrow's not for us to share. Gotta try the tall ones, won't forget the small ones. I'd rather be right here next year than anywhere. I'd rather be right here next year than anywhere. I'd rather be right here next year than anywhere. Well, I gotta get some more water. It's dry. Aquafina. One hot St. Louis summer night, my best friend's mother, Elizabeth Clark, took my best friend, myself, and his sister Debbie to the St. Louis Municipal Opera. My first time, they had buses. I don't know if they still have them, I'm sure they do, but they had buses then that would take you from downtown to the opera. And if you were under 12, you got to ride free. I think Luther and I were about 13. But Mrs. Clark insisted to the bus driver that we were under 12. Now I looked then about the same size I look now. But if you knew Elizabeth Clark, you did not argue. We rode for free. The free seats were our destination. So it was there, 1,000 miles away, that I saw my first professional show on a stage framed by 2 giant oak trees, both real, and a full cornfield, not real, and a man on a horse, both real, singing his heart out. There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. There was a swirl of color and light. I was transfixed, lifted out of my own life and into another world. Well, it was at this same theater that I first saw someone on stage who looked like me. They brought in the entire Broadway production of Hello, Dolly. The entire all-black Broadway production of Hello, Dolly, starring the legendary Miss Pearl Bailey and the one and only Mr. Cab Calloway. They were amazing. So after the show, Mrs. Clark said, "Do you want to go back?" We said, yeah. So we went backstage and we waited by the gate, and we waited, and we waited, and we waited, and finally, a long white Cadillac slowly pulled out of the gate and stopped right in front of me. The window went down. There, behind the wheel, sat Pearl Bailey. Her perfume wafted out the window like show business itself. She extended one fire engine red-nailed, beautifully expressive hand. I took it. She said, "Did you enjoy the show, baby?" I said, "Yes, ma'am." "Well, that's wonderful, honey. All right now, darling, step back." No, baby. Back! She gunned the motor and was gone. We were left in a cloud of exhaust smoke and Norel perfume. But I had touched, what'd you stop playing for? I had touched a real star. All right, it was on that same stage that I got my first professional job. South Pacific! Bloody Mary is the girl I love. Bloody Mary is the girl I love. Bloody Mary is the girl I love. Now ain't that too damn bad? One of the stars of the show was the famous folk singer. She was really the star of the show. The famous folk singer, Mary Travers of Peter, Paul, and Mary. Do you remember her? Yeah. Blowing in the wind, blah, 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 blah. She was famous for her folk singing, but she was also famous for her beautiful blonde hair worn sort of hippie style. Bangs, hair. Bangs, hair. Now in the show, Mary played Lieutenant Nellie Forbush from Little Rock, Arkansas. And there was a number in the show where she got over a guy and decided she was going to wash him out of her hair. And there was a number, "Oh, I'm going to wash that man right out of my hair." Well, Mary decided, or figured, to wet her hair would somehow spoil her image. So she put a huge glob of shaving cream on the top of her head and just stood there and sang. "I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair. I'm gonna wash that man right out of my hair." She forgot all the choreography. She forgot a lot of her lyrics. I had reason to believe that she might have puffed the magic dragon just a little bit before the show. Just to calm her nerves, no judgments. I don't think Mary Travers ever did another musical show. I hope she never did another musical show. Rest her soul. One of the other stars of the show was a wonderful African-American actress named Teresa Merritt. She was our Bloody Mary. And very kind to an inquisitive 18-year-old, myself, I asked her a million questions about show business. And she was very kind, and I told her that I was in college, but I wanted to go to New York. And she said sternly, "Why?" Well, I dramatically replied, "Because I have to." And her smile came up, and she said, "Ah, that's the only reason to go, because you have to." And when you get there, keep your eyes and ears open and your mouth shut, because you don't know nothing. She gave me a lot of good advice. She also swallowed a huge bug on opening night. Flew right into her mouth, which was open. Yes, summer stock, the Muni. There's a thing I was told by the wise and the old. Something good I was supposed to remember. If you found a love in the warm of July, it would cool in the mist of September. Now they point to the skies, do the old and the wise, and they speak of a chill in the air, but I don't care. I think of those warm summer breezes, a full moon, a little slap and tickle backstage. Ah, yes, I remember. Still I love my summertime love. Still I love the kissing and the courting. Still I love my summertime love. With a heart still summertime true. Still I love my summertime love. Still I feel you walking here beside me. Still I love my summertime love. Let the seasons change as they do. Still I love my summertime love. Still I feel you walking here beside me. Still my summertime love. With a heart still summer. Well, in 1974, they brought another show to St. Louis from New York. The entire cast of a musical called Seesaw. Oh, I fell in love with it. It had an opening number. The whole cast was dressed in white, frozen against a backdrop of New York City. That's all it took. I was ready to go. I left Fontbonne. I packed my suitcase. My friend Carol Bosch, who was in the chorus with me, we decided we were going to New York. 27 hours on the train, $500 in my pocket. Well, actually, it was in my underwear. My grandmother told me if anybody's in there and gets it, you deserve to lose it. We thought we would arrive in New York and it would be like the movies, you know. Tall skyscrapers, twinkling lights. We arrived at Penn Station, underground, in the dark. But every day was a complete adventure. Seesaw, seesaw, everybody's traveling on a crazy seesaw, going up, down, so your life goes by. You're either low or high on the seesaw, seesaw. You can dream, you go anywhere you want to go. They say the neon lights are bright on Broadway. They say there's always music in the air. But when you're walking down the street and you ain't had enough to eat, the glitter will dry off and you're nowhere. They said I wouldn't last too long on Broadway. I catch a Greyhound bus for home. Well, that's what they all say. But they were wrong, they didn't know a thing, 'cause I sure love to sing. I wouldn't quit till I was a star on Broadway. Well, as you do when you're a newcomer to New York, every day you pick up Backstage, which is the newspaper that tells you about all the auditions that are going on. This one morning I pick up the paper and in there is listed that they're having auditions for an all-black revival of Guys and Dolls. Well, I thought, I'm going. So I go to the audition. By the way, I went to everything. If there was a call for a tall blonde, I went. If there was a call for a short Asian man, I went. Almost got a couple. So, I went in for the role of Nicely Nicely Johnson in Guys and Dolls. Now, I had 6 auditions. On my 7th and final callback, I had the worst cold. I sounded like Harvey Firestein. Not be a lady tonight. A couple of days later, the phone rang, and they said, you have the understudy to Nicely Nicely Johnson. Well, I called my mother. I said, well, they've hired me. They've given me the understudy. And she said, as only our black mothers can. Just wait a couple of days. That was not the response I was looking for. Sure enough, Mama was right. They called me a couple of days later and they said, whoever it was that was going to do it, something had happened and they were offering me the role of Nicely Nicely Johnson. First Broadway show. Opening night was amazing. There were so many traditions that I learned about that night. They had the party at Gallagher's Steakhouse on 54th Street, and in the windows were huge slabs of meat, beef, something. And I thought maybe meat has something to do with Broadway. What did I know? I was new. And my wonderful little Rosetta Lenoir, who I called my theater fairy godmother, stopped me on the way in. And she said, breathe it in. You will remember this the rest